You know, when it comes to moving, it's like life decided to throw a curveball and then another one right after. If you ever moved, you know what I mean. Boxes everywhere, trying to remember if you packed the coffee maker or if you left it behind. The sheer panic of realizing that you have to update your address with about 73 different companies. It's chaos, absolute chaos. And for some reason, it always seems to rain on movie day, right? As stressful as moving is, there's one way to make this whole process a lot easier. Sell your home before you move. Trust me on this. Selling your home before you move isn't just a smart financial decision. It's also a stress-busting lifesaver. So today, we're going to talk about why selling before you move can make your life a lot less like an episode of a reality show where everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Let's start with the obvious, money. Selling your home before you move means you got the proceeds from the sale in your pocket when you're buying your next place. And that, my friend, is huge. Imagine house shopping with a solid down payment ready to go. You're not just another buyer, you're a serious buyer. And sellers notice that. It gives you negotiating power, and in a competitive market, that's like having the golden ticket. Plus, you're not juggling two mortgages, because let me tell you, two mortgages at once, that's a recipe for sleepless nights. You'll find yourself crunching numbers at 3 a.m. wondering if you really need to eat this month or if ramen noodles would do. When you sell first, you'll avoid the whole financial juggling act. You can focus entirely on your new home without worrying about the old one sitting there, just waiting for someone to fall in love with it. Now let's talk logistics. If you sell before you move, you're not trying to stage your home while living in it. Staging, for those of you who don't know, is basically when you make your house look like nobody actually lives there. It's all about fresh flowers, perfectly fluffed pillows, and bowls of fruit that nobody is allowed to touch. It's exhausting. And trying to keep your house in show-ready condition while actually living in it, it's almost impossible. Kids, pets, laundry, life happens, right? But if you already moved, your home is a blank canvas. It's clean, it's decluttered, and it's ready to wow potential buyers without you having to hide the dog bed and a stack of Amazon packages every time there's a showing. Selling first also gives you a clear timeline. You know when the sale is happening, you know when you're closing, and you can plan your next move accordingly. No guessing games, no frantic last minute packing, and no overlapping deadlines that make you want to pull your hair out. You can focus on moving into your new home, setting up utilities, figuring out where the closest coffee shop is. You know, the important stuff. And let's not forget about the emotional side of things. Moving is already emotional. You're saying goodbye to a home full of memories, and that's tough. But when you're trying to sell at the same time, it's like adding another layer of emotional chaos. By selling first, you can take the time to say goodbye to your old home properly. You can let yourself feel all the feels without also worrying about whether the buyers like your choice of bathroom towels. But what if I sell and I can't find a new place in time? Great question. This is where a little planning goes a long way. You can actually negotiate a rent-back agreement with the buyers, which basically means you sell the house to them, but you stay for a little while until you find your next home. Or you can line up a short-term rental or stay with family. Is it ideal? Maybe not, but it's temporary and it's a lot less stressful than the alternative. Owning two homes and worrying whether your old home will sell in time. Here's another thing to think about. Market conditions. When you sell first, you're selling in today's market, not tomorrow's. And if there's one thing that we know about real estate, it's that markets can change fast. Selling first lets you take advantage of current conditions without worrying about what might happen 6 months down the road. It's like locking in your gains. You're in control, and that's a good place to be. Now let's not forget about the psychological benefits. When you sell first, you're not constantly checking in with your agent or refreshing your email to see if there's been an offer put in on your old place. You can actually focus on your new adventure without that lingering what if hanging over your head. It's like clearing the mental clutter so you can actually enjoy the process of moving. Imagine that. And if you're worried about timing, don't be. That's where a good real estate agent comes in. Someone who can help you coordinate the sale of your old home and the purchase of your new one so that everything lines up as smoothly as possible. It's what we do. It's like being a conductor of a very complicated orchestra, but instead of violins and cellos, it's contracts and closing dates. Speaking of agents, let me just say this. Having someone in your corner who knows the market, understands your goals, and can guide you through the process is priceless. Selling a home is a big deal. Moving is a big deal. Trying to do both at the same time without help, that's a recipe for stress. So don't be afraid to lean on your agent. That's what we're here for, to make your life easier and to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Selling your home before you move isn't just about making the process easier. It's about giving yourself peace of mind. It's about reducing stress, avoiding financial strain, and setting yourself up for success in your next chapter. Moving is already hard enough. Why make it harder? If you're thinking about selling your home and you're not sure where to start, let's talk. I'm here to answer your questions, walk you through the process, and help you make a plan that works for you. And if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and join the community. Also, be sure to check out my latest video on 5 things I wish I knew before renovating my house. I'm all about making real estate easier and a lot less stressful. Selling before you move can make a world of difference. And when you're sipping on your coffee in your new kitchen, stress-free and mortgage-free on your old place, you'll be glad you did. See you in the next video.